Y'all know I gotta put the lip gloss on before we get started. Hold up. I gotta get the lip gloss. I should have probably turned the overhead light on, but it's fine. We'll just deal with this light for today. But I hope all is well with everybody while I get these lips a little glossed up, a little moisturized. Um, Welcome in, everybody. I hope all is well on this Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. We're going to be talking about healing from the inside out today. And we're going to be talking about breaking free from the cycle of sickness, as you can see in the title of this TikTok description. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. But we are healing ourselves from the inside out, or we're focusing in on it and understanding how to and why we need to and why we haven't been doing this for all of our life. And so today, the topic and the major topic at hand is so relevant to where we are right now. Hello, welcome in, everybody, because we're not understanding how to approach health. Majority of society is approaching health in the same direction, and we've all been led down the same path. We're unhealthy. We're not being able to take care of our body because we're unregulated with the habits that we have and the foods that we eat, as well as the fact that that imbalance is impacting us more earlier, generation after generation. And we're not taking that and we're not observing how it's affecting younger and younger generations, how it's affecting people in the generations younger than us earlier and earlier. And so, have you ever felt like that you were just keeping up with the day-to-day, keeping up with your health, keeping up with your weight? You feel like you're just having to constantly play catch up. Because I feel like majority of society is constantly playing catch up. And from what I see, majority of society is not catching up. Like, you're playing this game of catch up, try to balance your weight, try to keep your weight from fluctuating, trying to keep yourself healthy, trying to eat right. And you're playing this constant game of cat and mouse, but you're never winning. And so you're constantly chasing something that you're not actually achieving because you're believing in diet culture, you're believing in this facade, you're believing in what they're teaching you and telling you, because as you should, because they're supposed to be helping you. But this programming has not been helping us. It's actually been weighing us down. It's keeping us inflamed. It's keeping us fatigued. It's keeping us constantly craving foods that are not healthy for us, that are not helping our body, and it's not supporting us. And so we have to realize that, one, that feeling of overwhelming feeling that you have, that feeling of fatigue, that feeling of that unconsciousness, or that non-awareness of what you're consuming, or that non-awareness of how toxic these foods have been. There's something in my eye, y'all. Hold on. It's okay for you to feel like these, because this is true feelings that you should be feeling because you're imbalanced. You have to realize, when you have an imbalance going on, when you have something that is affecting your body internally, the signs that you have externally are your warning signs to tell you you need to correct and you need to fix. So when you're feeling fatigued, that's your body's way of telling you, hey, you didn't give me everything that I needed to be energized, so now you're going to be tired. That's your body way of sitting there saying, hey, you feel hungry all the time and you're craving food all the time. That's because you're not giving me the nutrients that I need. Even though you're eating all the time, you're not giving me everything that I need. These are warning signs. When you're feeling like you crave sugar every single time after you eat, and you have a heavy sugar craving and you just cannot get it to go away, that's your body sign telling you, hey, my insulin is spiked and you have not regulated it. You have not balanced it. So now we're expelling way too much sugar. And since we're expelling all of this sugar, we're having to replace it because I need sugar for energy. But you're not replacing it with the natural sugar that your body needs to convert to energy. You're using processed sugars, which makes you imbalanced, which causes inflammation, which your body cannot convert into energy. So this is why you feel fatigued all the time. This is why you feel sluggish. And so when you start to make the connections, you start to realize that what you've been putting on your plate all of your life has not helped you heal. What you've been doing all of your life has not allowed you to truly achieve the healing that you deserve and that you want. And it's because that they haven't taught you things like insulin resistance help in balancing your blood sugar before you eat, breaking your fast and actually correctly breaking your fast, which is breakfast. We aren't taught to teach these things. We're taught to follow diet culture. Thank you for the follow. We're taught to follow all these momentary facades and do all of these different imbalancing habits. And you see, when you observe the way that the world is, how that truly has impacted us, how it has affected us. Because you look outside and when you count out of every 3 adults, one of them is diabetic or insulin resistant. They're doing studies and they're coming out with more stats on the fact that teens and young adults are about to surpass adults in the category of being insulin resistant and diabetic. And they're also about to surpass them in the space of being overweight. These are teens, these are children. Young adults, yes, you are getting out of the phase of being a child, a young person, but thinking about the fact that a teen does not know how to take care of their body, is as active as a teen is. When you think back to your teen years, thinking about all the things that you were doing, if you were playing sports, all the sports that you were playing, it shouldn't even be a second thought about weight fluctuation. Yes, we were never necessarily in the space of, everybody has their moments when they're the younger, like you don't like your body, you're going through puberty, all these different things. But in reality, when you look at it overall, you weren't completely unhealthy. You might have ate unhealthy foods, but you weren't completely unbalanced to the point where they're telling you now, like they're telling these teens, hey, you need to have a weight loss surgery. Because we were talking about this in our Wellness Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I send out an email and we talk about different things that are going on in our world. They're suggesting for teens now to have surgeries. So for the people that are ready for change, they're telling these teens, because if you have kids, understand this, they are recommending young teens, young children, because they're still children, to get a weight loss surgery. They're telling them, hey, you don't know how to balance your habits. You don't know how to deal with your weight fluctuation. You don't know how to get down in pounds. In 6 months, if you work as hard as you can to lose weight, because in reality, they're not checking on you. All you have to do is check boxes and say, I'm trying to lose weight. In 6 months, you can have a surgery and have the best body that you do deserve and that you want, so you can lose weight and slim down. Can you only imagine how that's going to affect them when they go through their second puberty, when they hit young adult? Can you only imagine, because they're suggesting it at 14 years old, if that 14-year-old is not fully developed and fully gone through puberty, so then they hit another puberty by 17 or 18, and then on top of that, from the time that they were 14 all the way up until they were 18, they never learned new habits. So they're always overeating. They're still eating the same crap that they were eating before, which is loading them with toxins. And so think about the fact that now they don't have the fat pockets. Let's say all the fat was in their stomach and they wanted it sucked out. Now they don't have the fat pockets for it to go in their stomach area like it should be, to give them warning signs to say, hey, you're gaining weight and you need to stop eating this way. And so now, instead of it going there, it has nowhere else to go, because it's gone to their face, it's gone to their arms. Now it's starting to build around their heart, clogging arteries, starting to build around their kidneys, giving them fatty liver, fatty kidney disease, all these different things. It's building in their intestinal tract. Because that's what happens when the fat has nowhere to go. It starts to pile up and build in other places. That's what these people don't understand, even adults that are going out here and getting surgeries. When you don't change your habits and your lifestyle and you go and you get a surgery, that's why you see people come back and they get lipo and they gain all the weight back. It's because they never changed their habits. So can you only imagine they get a fat loss, a fat removal surgery, where they take the fat pocket out, where it no longer can build up there. And so then now they're sitting there for years on end, building fat and toxins in other places that it's not supposed to go. It's truly overwhelming and crazy to me to think that they're really recommending kids to have a weight loss surgery, let alone the fact that they're not telling them that you can heal your body from the inside out. Because healing begins within. You can't sit here and say, oh, I want clear skin. Oh, I want to look better. I want to slim down. But you're not dealing with the within first. You have to first start tackling what is going on internally to deal with the external. If you were sitting here doing all of these different things of skincare and you sitting here thinking like, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to get a lymphatic massage and all these things and I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to look slimmer, you're not dealing with the internal. And I want a lot of, especially the women, because we have a lot of women that follow me in the community, to understand that we have this certain persona that we are told to keep up and do in society. And so instead of us sitting here stepping back and realizing this is not how my body is naturally supposed to be treated, we go out here and get surgeries. We go out here and do all of these different massage thingies to get us to lose weight and to look slimmer and all these things. What is going on internally that is making you not look like that naturally if your body's supposed to look like that naturally? Like, you really have to sit there and realize that we are not fueling our body to function the best that it should be and it could be. Because when you are fueling your body the way that it should be and it could be, not only are you going to be balanced with your weight, you're going to not be fatigued, your skin is going to be clearer, you're going to feel better, but you're also going to realize that everybody is dealing with the same problem of following this trend of what is healthy, following these my plates, following these food pyramids, following these people that are supposed to be helping us that are over regulations, but are not actually taking care of the people that they're over. Because if they can sit there and tell you by 2030 they have an agenda, and by 2030 the medical industry is going to profit off of men and women, adults, in the US alone they're going to make $1 trillion profit off of being obese and diabetic. How is that not a national crisis? Like, do you see that right there? They're projecting to make that much money off of you, and they haven't made it a national crisis. They push in our face and heavily advertise to us to eat these processed foods. If you're trying to switch and go vegan, you need to eat Beyond Burgers and Impossible Burgers, and you need to sit here, and it's okay if you eat your sugary snack every now and then, because at the end of the day, you work hard. You should be able to eat it. They tell you that it's okay for you to add all these chemicals and fillers in your life because that's approved by these people who are supposed to take care of us, right? But you're not realizing the fact that this is inviting in toxins. You're literally sitting there eating toxins, and then you're making yourself inflamed because toxins build up inside of your fat cells. And when these toxins build up and they combine and they grow, because this is how you eat all the time, your body becomes inflamed because it's telling you, hey, this is your warning sign. This is me telling you that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing to my body, to your body, our body. This is not how you're supposed to be treating yourself. You're not releasing, but instead you're blocking your healing internally because you're not flushing, you're not regulated, you're not balanced. And a lot of people are not focused in on balance. They're focused on momentary band-aids, which is diet culture. They're focused on, how can I get it right now? How can I do it right now? What pill can I take? What Jenny Craig Weight Watchers can I do? Not realizing that you have to step back and figure out what habits do you have that are making you toxic, that are making you sick, that are making you overweight, that are making you inflamed. And when you figure that out, then you can start substituting in habits that actually support you, substituting in foods that actually support you, real whole foods that don't make you inflamed, that flush your system and keep you healthy. If you are suffering from a disease, it's the same process. It's the same process because our bodies function the same. These doctors are out here telling you to eat for your blood type. But only people that eat for their blood type are people that eat meat and dairy. And the people that are worried about eating for their blood type or eating meat and dairy are inflamed. They're built up with toxins. And they don't realize the fact until it's too late. When they have a disease, they get a diagnosis and they take prescription. They do a surgery. They don't ever realize that I could have prevented this and I can help myself heal. But instead, so many people get a diagnosis and they take that for the rest of their life as this is what I have to deal with. This is what I have to do. I have to take a prescription. When that's never going to help you heal. No surgery, no prescription is ever going to help you heal. No supplement, no tincture is going to help you the way that you think it will if you're trying to go the natural route, if you're not eating and using food as your medicine, eating correctly and using food as your medicine. And so this environment that we live in right now is just full of sickness. Sickness thrives in the environment that we're in. There is no cold and flu season. Like they're telling you and they're pushing to you that, oh, we're in cold and flu season. Because we talked about today, our wellness email that went out this AM was talking about the fact that tuberculosis is making a comeback and it's making a heavy comeback. And they're all saying the same thing. Tuberculosis is thriving because people are not taking care of their bodies around this time of the year. People don't get active like they need to be. People aren't eating the way that they need to be. We're eating a bunch of junk. And this is coming from the people that tell you the same thing of, oh, you can eat this chemical, you can eat this additive and filler, you can go on ahead and put citric acid in the food that is made from black mold because it's not going to harm you immediately as long as it's in little itty bitty doses. And so you believe their word is bomb when it comes to you eating the crap that you truly, truly do not need, but you're craving because your imbalance is so off in your brain. You're so stuck on it. You believe all of that. But when they come and tell you that you're not taking care of your body correctly, so that's the reason why tuberculosis is really making a comeback the way that it is, now all of a sudden everybody's like, well, I eat correctly. I don't know why they would say that. I do what I'm supposed to do. I limit how much sugar I eat. Do you really? Because when you look at society and you see how people are, they say that they eat in moderation. But moderation to majority of society is eating it a couple of weeks. A couple of days out of the week. Not eating it every single day. But eating it at least like 2 to 3 times a week. That's my moderation. Moderation in reality, when you're eating these toxic foods like you are, moderation is you eating it maybe once a month, if that. Cleansing in between that time. If you really have to fall back on, oh, I really want this Oreo snack even though it has titanium dioxide. Oh, I want these Swedish fish even though it has all this crap in it. You eating it once a month at the most. I said at least, excuse me, at the most. At the most. And then you cleansing constantly. Cleansing, it should be a part of your regular routine of eating. It should not be a diet. That should be something that just comes to your brain of, okay, this week I'm going to cook all my feel-good meals, I'm going to meal prep, and then afterwards I'm going to cleanse and I'm going to prep for my cleanse. But majority of society doesn't even know how to cleanse correctly because, like I said, you follow these, there's a gnat. You follow these tinctures, you follow these, it won't go away either. You follow all these tinctures and diet culture, and you follow what they're telling you to do and push to you as long as they can make money. But they never tell you can heal. You never gain healing from all of these different momentary things that you're doing. And so if you are truly ready to make a comeback and to shift your health and stop being preyed on, because they prey on the weakened immune systems, they prey on you sitting here being inflamed internally and externally, because they are preying on you. That's literally how they can have a 2030 agenda about your health in the medical industry alone. They put it out on the internet for you to learn and for you to know. Just like how all the information that I give you is plenty of information out there for you to learn, but you don't. Maybe you don't have enough time. Maybe you feel stressed out. Maybe you feel overwhelmed, or maybe you just don't care. And if you don't care, then this is not the live for you, first of all. But if you feel overwhelmed, that's okay. It's time for you to take a deep breath and understand that it can be simplified. You're making it harder than it is. Because I was once one of those people that was sitting there making it harder than it was. And here I am 4 years into being plant-based. And it's so simple. It's a second thought now. It doesn't even cross my brain to ever think about, oh, I really want to eat meat and dairy. Because I don't. My body has completely shifted and changed because I started supporting myself and using food as my medicine. Instead of just eating to fill my body, I started to use food to fuel my body, which in return does fill my body, versus me just focusing on eating all the time like I was beforehand. Because when I was sitting there focusing on, oh, I'm hungry, let me fill my body with something that I won't be hungry anymore. I'm hungry within an hour or two. But when I started to use food as my medicine and fuel my body, I realized that I was never giving my body all the nutrients that it needed to be full, to feel satisfied, to not crave all this crap. And so if you clean up your lifestyle and how you do, the habits that you have, the things that you eat, you clean that up, your immune system has a fighting chance around this time of the year that everybody else feels like they get colds and flu and they have all of these issues impacting their body. Because the impact of real foods, real whole foods, is absolutely insane. When you really start to eat the way that you are supposed to versus the way that you've been eating all of your life when you have not been taking care of your body, because nobody in your family has been taught these things, society has taught you to eat this way, you'll see how nutrient-dense foods not only support you in being full, but also not going over this calorie intake like a lot of people do on the natural, like I was doing before, because I was calorie counting and still suffering before I went plant-based. Thank you for the follows and the likes. I really appreciate it. Because foods that aren't just empty calories to fill your stomach are actually packed with the vitamins and minerals that you need, packed with the antioxidants that you need. You're getting hydration and oxygen on a cellular level when you eat correctly, which helps your body function. And so many people are out here sitting here talking about, I can't function without my coffee. I can't function without taking this and doing this. And you're using all of these momentary band-aids to make it day by day. Day by day, you're doing this to make it by. Like I said, you're playing this game of cat and mouse and you're always behind. When are you going to take the reins and get in first place and put your health on the front line instead of the back burner? A lot of people are sitting here playing this chase of trying to get what they need every single day to make it by, when you could be not only thriving and living your life, but also not having to depend on things like coffee or medications or surgeries or prescriptions or whatever else that you feel like you need. All by using food as your medicine, because these foods that you use, real whole foods, and you actually using them correctly, fight inflammation, fight the daily toxins that you come in contact with naturally. So you won't have to sit here and go get a flu shot. You won't have to sit here and go get all these hokey pokeys that you think you need every single year and give it to your children. Because you learn how to eat correctly. They learn how to eat correctly. If you have kids right now, this whole thought process of them telling you that your child will not be healthy unless they get these hokey pokeys, I'm telling you, it's all because they give us food that does not take care of us. We are in an environment that's supposed to be advanced, right? So how are we still all doing the same thing and still getting sick if we're so advanced as a society? And I'm going to leave you with that question, and we're going to move on, because I'm not getting deep down that rabbit hole, because that will be a whole process, okay? So thanks for the follows, guys. So leafy greens, colored veggies, fruits, whole grains, you getting legumes, all of these work together to not only create an environment in your body for you to thrive and not be sick, but to also to feel full, to not have an insulin spike when you want to eat a sugary snack or whatever else with non-processed sugars, but actual good sugary snacks that aren't full of toxins. They all work together to help you and help your body out, because you have to break the cycle of quick fixes. You have to break the cycle of following what everybody else is doing, because this cycle has led us down the path as a society of not taking care of our body. This cycle has sat here and made us feel like, okay, if I pop this medication, I pop this prescription, at the end of the day, it will fix all of my issues, right? But then you do this every single day. And somehow in 10 to 20 years, not only do you have to up that prescription 2 to 3 times, but you also developed cancer. You developed, now your kidneys are failing, your liver is failing, and you have all these different issues, and you're trying to figure out how and where. I did everything the doctor told me to do, because you truly did not step into the delight of your wellness journey and understanding how to take care of yourself and understanding how to support your body, because true wellness starts with you changing habits, the lasting changes that you need for your lifestyle to completely shift. Someone who told me I get my proteins from plants. I was just having a conversation with someone who told me that. Yes, exactly. And I'm the same way. I will tell somebody in a heartbeat, like, there are plenty of proteins from plants, and people don't understand that because they're not taught that. We're not, like, you look at the food pyramid and all it has is the meat at the top. It has veggie, or not at the top, but whatever point it is, because it's gotten moved. You know how it goes. They have meat down there as the main source of proteins, and they think when plant-based people talk about getting protein, they think how it is. You get your chicken, or you get your beef, or you get your bison, or you get your lamb. You get one specific protein source. So they don't understand. But when I talk to a lot of potential clients, a lot of clients that I work with, a lot of people just the day-to-day of trying to understand the lifestyle and they want to incorporate and get into it, I have to explain to them, and people don't realize this until I explain this to them. When you're eating plant-based, you're not just focusing in on, okay, this is my vitamin A because I ate an apple. Oh, this is my vitamin C because I ate an orange. I'm like, no. You could tackle from you making one meal. You can have vitamin A, vitamin C, you can have protein, you can have different types of iron and magnesium, all by you just eating a rainbow and making a dish colorful, making a different abundance of food. You making a fruit salad, for example, is going to get you all the vitamins and minerals that you need, the water and the antioxidants. It's the matter of what you're combining and what you're doing and how you put it together. And so that's why I'm so heavy about not only going on live on TikTok to talk to people who are looking for a solution, that are looking for help, but also just helping the people that need that accountability and that support and how to do it, and working with clients that are truly ready for transformation, because so many people are out here looking for help and they don't know where to get it from. And so it's truly amazing to have a platform like TikTok to be able to help the people break the cycle that they need for them to find long-term solutions versus these short-term solutions that society gives us. Because there are literally an abundance of plants out here. There's an abundance of plants. And people don't realize the fact that, like, you're so stuck in this cycle of like eating chicken, eating beef, eating this, and you eat the same thing over and over and over again. And I was in that space before I went plant-based. I was like, oh, I'm so tired of eating the same things. I have not said that. In the 4 years of me being plant-based, that has never come out of my mouth. Never. Because there's so many different options. There's so much variety. There's so many different meals that I haven't tried in being plant-based, and that are being created in different cultures that have plant-based dishes on their own that I wouldn't have tried in the beginning because I didn't even know they were a thing. And so I want people to, first of all, if you are fearful or you're doubtful or you're confused about the lifestyle, I want you to know, the first thing I want you to know is there is no limitation in this lifestyle. There's substitution, but there is no limitation. You're not limited in the foods. You're not limited on the lifestyle that you live. You're not limited on being able to go out, go get some food, be able to hang out with people. It's just a matter of finding substitutes, healthier alternatives, ways for you to support yourself. Thank you for the follows and the likes, guys. Because you have to break that cycle so that you can create an environment of you actually being in a healthy lifestyle and supporting your system long term, not just momentary band-aids, not just temporarily, but actually supporting yourself as a whole for the whole entirety of your life, so that you can show your children, and if you have children, or your future children or generations before you, that it's possible. Because when you start to actually see the shift in your body and your health, and you show that just by the actions that you have in the lifestyle that you live, people see and they start to ask questions. Because I literally have people come to me and ask me all the time that knew me before, like, what have you done? How have you done this? You look amazing. And I'm telling them, all I did was just change my lifestyle and cut out all the crap that I was eating. Because this does not mean that you have to deprive yourself, but you just have to find enriching foods that help your body, fuel and heal at the same time, which will make you feel fuller. Because the truth about balance is, the truth about you living this lifestyle of balance, a lot of people feel like when they have to go plant-based or they think about vegan, they think alkaline. And yes, that's a good way for you to reset your body. That's a good way for you to release. But you do not have to focus on alkaline in order for you to actually get the healing that you need. Because that whole alkaline perfection is going to make you hate the lifestyle, hate the journey, and feel uncomfortable. Do what is comfortable. Do what is simple, so that you can get introduced into it. And then once it becomes second thought, then you can focus on, okay, maybe I want to eat more alkaline fruits and less acidic fruits. Then you can focus on, okay, I want to do a full juice cleanse for a week or two. Don't jump into it and do something that you know that you're not going to want to do later on. Focus on something that is going to make you feel good being in the space. Because one thing I hear a lot, and I hate to say it, is just like, do I have to strictly be alkaline, and then what am I going to eat? Because I feel like I don't have any variety. And I'm not saying that I hate that they ask that, but I hate hearing it, because that means that they're not in a space of feeling comfortable. That means that they're uncomfortable. That means they're not feeling like they're supported. And there's so much support out here. I give support. There's so much knowledge on the internet. There's so many recipes out here. I literally have a plant-based cookbook that is linked in my bio that is beginner friendly. So it's like, you don't have to feel like you're strictly alkaline. You don't have to be strictly alkaline for you to heal. Because I hear the people that say that loud and clear, because I was once there thinking like, how am I going to do this? There's no way I'm going to stick with this. And I was like, well, let me just try. Within 3 months, I knew I will never go back. Within 3 months of me living this lifestyle, I was like, yeah, I'll never go back to what I was doing. I don't care what I have to do. Because the progress, the progression that I made in those 3 months was absolutely amazing. It wasn't perfect. I had all those stumbling blocks in the first 3 months because I was doing this on my own. I had no support. I was just looking things up on the internet, taking what I had, trial and error. And so Incorporating more plant-based meals helped me. Incorporating more plant-based foods helped me. And it gave me the nutrition that I needed for me to realize that like I had never been filling my body with fuel, just junk. And a lot of people do that. It's just a bunch of junk. Because I didn't go into the lifestyle cleansing. I didn't go into the lifestyle sitting there saying, okay, I'm going to do a juice cleanse and then I'm going to go plant-based. Or I'm going to do a month of this cleansing and then go plant-based. I just sat there and started to incorporate more fruits, more vegetables, making more plant-based meals, incorporating plant-based meals versus me having meat and dairy, and swapping things out so that I could support myself and naturally healing inside and then feeling it outside. Because you don't have to get everything perfect in the beginning. It's about the small steps that you have in supporting yourself and feeling supported, because you don't want to do something if you don't feel good about it. And so if you're ready to take control of your health and healing, and you're ready to heal from the inside out and know how to do this in the space of being comfortable and loving the way that you are living this lifestyle and the healthy journey that you're on, and learning how to truly take care of your body, the natural design of you healing and knowing how to stay in that space, you can book a one-on-one with me. The link is in my bio, because that coaching session will allow you to not only be able to go through your pantry, get rid of all of this different crap that is in your home, but find substitutes and make a grocery list and map that out. And if you are truly ready to establish this journey and to step into the space of personalized strategies and to help you be able to change and sustain this lifestyle fully and completely in 3 months, simple, easy, have it ready before the end of the year, I do have a 12-week program that will walk you step by step in making your plant-based meals, making your own holistic medicine, natural medicine, not toxic medicine, making your own sustainable products that have no chemicals, no additives, that you can clean your home, wash your body, wash your face, your teeth, everything. All of that. Full coverage, internally and externally. And then by the end, we will work on the habits that you will be sustaining for the rest of your life. We establish new habits throughout the program, but at the end, we focus on how are we going to keep these? How are we going to manage them? How are we going to make this as easy as possible, as simple as possible, to make it easy rather. He said, that is not true at all. Like I said earlier, there is no eating for your blood type. That has been disproven. I love when trolls come in here and try to talk and just spit opinion versus actual fact, because you looking at a 2-second video online or Googling it for 2 seconds is not going to show you any proof, because every single person, regardless of your blood type, can eat from the earth. When you're eating from the earth, the natural fruits and vegetables that come from the earth, how would you unalive? You're living proof of unaliving. Okay. Anyway, so if you are ready for transformation in your journey to going into healing and feeling better, looking better, changing your lifestyle, actually establishing healthy habits, establishing the healthy lifestyle that you deserve, you can click the link in my bio. If you have any questions before we do close out and we end this live, please drop your questions down below. Like I said, I love when people come in and try to troll, so this is really cute. I will block if it gets kind of crazy, but drop your comments if you have any questions about the healthy lifestyle living. Thanks to the follows as per usual. Using food as your medicine. If you have any questions about anything that I said during this live, if you have any questions about habit forming or changing any habits that you have, or any foods that you love in general, or like finding substitutes, I'm here to support you. Please let me know, drop them down, because I'm so appreciative for everybody here. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for tapping the screen, giving me likes. Thanks for all the follows, guys, because you help me grow. I don't know if we'll have TikTok next year, but if we don't have it and they take it away from us, I will be going live probably on Instagram. I'm thinking about YouTube or Twitch just to see. But if you have not followed me on any other socials, go ahead and follow me there, just in case they do take TikTok from us. We will be still going live. It'll just be some other platform. But I want you to understand that healing your body and supporting your body through what you eat is possible. It can be simple. So if you have any questions, drop them down, like I said. And remember that you have the power to create the environment that you need. Just like how people are talking so heavily about manifesting for the past couple of years, we've been heavily on manifesting, establishing. You can do the same thing by the things that you eat, by creating the environment that you want. So if you don't want sickness, create the environment that you need to stay away from sickness and illness. If you want to feel better and feel energized, create that environment, because with the right knowledge and support, you can thrive in the space. You can thrive in your healthy lifestyle journey. You don't have to suffer through that. You said just because you're, what good substitutes for cheese and butter? And is organic soy milk okay? I don't consume any soy. For men and women, consuming soy causes estrogen dominance. So for women, estrogen dominance causes a problem for us because obviously our menstrual cycle, our reproductive system, we don't need an overloaded estrogen, and it's a non-natural estrogen to our body. Yes, it's a plant estrogen, and that's what they talk about in the studies. But what they're finding and what they're seeing is, for the people that do the studies and they talk about it's a natural estrogen because it comes from plants, we absorb it. Your body does not recognize that as natural estrogen. Your body recognizes it as a foreign estrogen because it's not the actual natural estrogen that your body produces. And so the same thing with men, your body produces more natural estrogen to fight the fake estrogen. So for men, that lowers your testosterone, raises your estrogen to an all-time high. For women, our progesterone will be thrown off as well as our estrogen will be thrown off, which causes issues with our menstrual cycle, causes fibroids, causes cysts, all of these different things. That's a hormonal imbalance in both men and women. And so they tell us that we have hormonal imbalances, but they don't break down why. And so them pushing all of these soy products on us, and how many products, processed products, have soy in them, you start to realize the agenda when you start to look. Because when you look at all these snacks, when you look at all these foods, these additives and fillers are a bunch of soy products, a bunch of soybean oils, and all of these processed toxic inflammatory oils, and just a whole bunch of crap. And so I wouldn't recommend soy of any kind, milk, soybeans, whatever, none of it. I like coconut. I like oat, almond. I've tried walnut milk, but I haven't made it. It's not bad. It's good. I'm trying to think. I feel like I missed one. Oat, almond, coconut. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing one, but I gave you a couple. I gave you some. I don't remember. But substitute for cheese and butter. So I do have a plant-based queso that is literally pinned in my bio. I'm going to redo that video soon because I got a new blender. And that blender that's in the video is so old. It was in my house probably when I was born, okay? Like, that was a old blender. I got a new blender, so I want to redo the video so it's more cute. But it's still the same recipe exactly to the T of that. And that recipe, literally, you can create any kind of cheese. So if you need cheddar, make it cheddar. If you need queso, you can make queso. If you need it to be just like a burger topping or whatever else, if you want to make a cheesy pasta, you tailor it to what you want it to taste like, because at the end of the day, it's all going to be cheese. And the same thing with you making, because I just made with cashews, I made cheesecake. My niece showed me how to make a fruit salad, which was like a cream cheese, which it wasn't necessarily giving cream cheese to me. It was giving more of like a cheesecake filling, but wrapped up in the fruit salad, like a delicious recipes. And so it's like, I feel like the creativity is so endless with you being plant-based, because all of these things are so versatile, and you don't realize when you're eating the way that you are currently right now with society and what they teach you and what they tell you and how you've been deceived, you feel like the fact that like nothing is going to taste the same, but you don't realize all it is seasonings. Like, a lot of people don't understand that. You don't sit there and boil a piece of chicken and say, I'm going to eat this chicken, or pull it out the pack and eat the chicken raw. You season it. You marinate steaks. You marinate different things. So if you do the same thing, for instance, I want to make a steak. I do it to a cauliflower, make it a steak. I do it to a mushroom. You marinate it. You let it sit there. You let it get seasoned. It's going to taste just like the foods that you love. And I'm saying that because I wouldn't be 4 years into a lifestyle and be like, oh, I hate this. This is awful. I don't want this. Like, I'm tired of eating this. 4 years into it, and I will not be going back to eating meat or dairy, because I see how easy, how simple it can be. How I made it easy on myself to live this lifestyle. How simple it can be to take care of your body and to enjoy food. Use food as your medicine and enjoy the food. So thank you for that question. I really appreciate it, because starting to give your body the nutrients that it deserves, like, truly shifts everything in your life. Like your mental clarity, for the people that are in the chat right now, and outside of just like having the daily like things to deal with and having to actually correctly deal with it and not just eat because you're sad or you're over emotional or you're stressed out, but actually having that mental clarity and not having anxiety all you're sad or you're over emotional or you're stressed out, but actually having that mental clarity and not having anxiety all the time and not having stress like I was because I wasn't eating correctly. Because many of us don't realize, and I didn't either, when you are not giving your body the nutrients that it needs, that automatically puts your body in fight or flight mode. So think about how many years your body has been in fight or flight mode. Think about how many years you have not supported your body with food. So you're having this anxiousness, these panic attacks outside of what's going on in your world, but also because your body is not stabilized. You can't regulate enough because your body's unstable, because you're imbalanced with the habits that you have. You're imbalanced with the foods that you eat. It's truly remarkable, like what you can see and how you can see the changes in your life and in your body, all by starting to eat correctly. So if you have any questions, or the people that are just joining in and you do not know who I am, hi, my name is Kendra. I'm a plant-based lifestyle strategist. And today we were talking about healing through food, as per usual, using food as our medicine and understanding and unlocking that true healing from the inside out and releasing this illness, releasing sickness, because this is supposed to be the illness and sickness time. So if you have any questions, please drop them down. I will answer your questions the best of the ability that I have. If you don't feel comfortable asking any questions here on live, because maybe it's a personal question and you don't want to ask in front of everybody else, my DMs are always open. You can always DM me. And if you think about any questions after I get off of live that you have about being plant-based, living a healthier lifestyle, supporting your body, staying away from illness, you can always DM me. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, because I do post all of my past lives on YouTube, so if you missed any of this live, you can go check that out. Go ahead and subscribe to that and drop any comments. If you are watching from YouTube later on, I will answer them, or you can DM me on my other socials, of course. So if I don't see any questions in the next couple of minutes, we are going to get off. But drop your questions down. What do you have? What do you have for me? What did we talked about today? Do you have any questions about what we talked about today? Have any questions about illness, thriving in the illness, getting rid of inflammation, boosting your immune system, mental clarity, getting in the right space of inflammation, boosting your immune system, mental clarity, getting in the right space, establishing healthier habits, plant-based nutrition? Any questions sparking in your brains? Nothing. Transformation journey. You want to ask about my journey? You can ask questions about my journey. I do have a video pinned in my bio. I'm not in my bio, on my page. Goodness, on my TikTok, that shows my transformation journey, my before and after. So if you want to see that, you can see that. But like I said, if you have any questions for me, please drop them down. I'm going to give you about like 1 more minute. And if I'm not seeing any questions, I'm going to head out. I'm probably going to eat some cucumbers, some seasoned cucumbers and some hummus, because that sounds really good. Sounds really good. I was thinking about going and getting some potatoes. I really want to go get some potatoes, but I don't feel like cleaning them, so I don't think I'm gonna go get potatoes today. I really don't feel like washing them. I'll probably wash them tomorrow. I'll go get them tomorrow and go wash them, so that way, I don't know, because I might get them today, so I don't know. It's so rainy. It's just so rainy outside, so I don't want to, like, I want to go get them, but I don't want to be outside in the rain. But I do want potatoes. And I'll, like, if I go today, I want to go today so I can knock it out and then wash them tomorrow, because I have some grapes I need to wash. I'm gonna do a cleanse. I really wanted to start today, which I've just been fasting. I've been doing intermittent fasting. I fasted until like 5 o'clock on Monday. Yesterday I fasted until about 3-ish. And then today I'm probably gonna fast until about 3-ish. But I want to do like a fruit cleanse. I got me some avocados, so I could start today, but I don't think I'm gonna start today because I really want some hummus, and I can't start eating hummus. Like, I'm gonna eat straight fruits, and possibly veggies. I don't know, for sure fruits though. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do like cucumbers, grapes, strawberries, maybe some nuts, and what was the other thing I had? There's one more thing that I have that I can't think of. Blueberries. That's what I have. I have blueberries. So I'm debating. We're thinking. I'm not seeing any questions, guys. So thank you. Like I said, thank you for all the support, guys. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you for being here. If you have not followed me, go ahead and follow me. I post on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So this is a posting day. So I have plenty of content that's being posted today. I posted about 3 videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So go check those out. Like I said, if you want to see my full transformation of being plant-based and what it's looked like for me so far, you can see what that has looked like for the 4-year journey. I posted it. It is pinned on my TikTok. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. And if you were looking for transformation and have any questions now that I am getting off, please feel free to DM me. Don't be afraid. New follower will be tuned into the content. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to have you here. If you have missed this live or any past lives that you want to catch up, I have a plant-based mastery playlist on my YouTube, as well as a Purge the Poison playlist that talks about toxic ingredients and things like that. All of that is posted on YouTube. I post all of my past lives on YouTube, just so for the people that miss it, they could catch it later on, ask any questions and things like that. So go subscribe, follow me, guys, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.